The alarm, the coffee, the drive, the work, the bed. The alarm, the coffee, the drive, the work, the bed. The alarm, the coffee, the drive, the work, the bed. If that sounds familiar to you, if that sounds like your life, then you're probably like me. Every day you crawl in and out of that 5x7 cube of indifference, sitting in that, cost-effective Office Max chair with lumbar support, and you sit there and you wonder, is this all there is? Is this what my life has been reduced to? Why don't you try doing a podcast and start talking about it like me? I mean, that's what I'm doing, so we'll see how far it goes. But, it's got to be better than, settling for food days and casual Fridays at a job you hate. And, plus you can literally make a podcast about anything, just, find a niche and exploit it, the Anchor app is pretty cool because you can, pretty much use the mic on your phone, and the app pretty much does the rest, and plus, you don't want to do any extra work. I mean, you're already busy. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you got dinner to cook and kids to feed, bills to pay, et cetera, and you need an app that's going to do all the heavy lifting for you. So let me read what they got here. So check this out. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free, which is true, and it's ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast, and that means you can get paid right away to podcast. In fact, that's what I'm doing pretty much right now by reading, quote, in quotes, this ad. So, it's worth a try. I mean, it's basically, like I said, it's a one-stop shop for all of that. So it's like a Walmart/Target for podcasting. You can you can get a pair of slacks, grocery shop, and get an oil change. It does everything for you. All you have to do is just turn on the record button, plug in your headphones into your phone, and just do it. You could just go off and just start talking. It's user friendly. So just so you know, just go to anchor.fm/start. That is anchor.fm/start. Okay, go ahead and check that out. Let me know if you end up doing it. Maybe we can collaborate, see where it goes. Who knows? All right. Mic, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting the levels right. Everything seems okay. Actually, let me switch this to time instead of beats, because I'm not recording any music. Okay. What's going on, y'all? All right, so in an effort to stay consistent, I have no guests with me today or tonight, but I welcome all of you, none of you, since it's just me, and it's probably no one listening to this. So in an effort to stay consistent, is this too loud? It feels like it's too loud. And I'm just trying to get these reps in, this is going to be a real short one. So my dad actually gave me an idea on the way home from work. And he said, let me pull up the text. What did he say? Where is it at? Thank you for your patience. He said, give us 3 or 4 success strategies to managing your day. People who are stuck in cubicles, success strategies for managing your day. Now, it kind of put me on the spot, but then once I had some coffee, my brain started to the engine started running. So here are some ideas, for your day to kind of help you get through. And some of these, I'll just start, whatever. So I want to call this segment 3 Tactics for Cubicle Warfare. All right, so in my mind, sitting in a cubicle for 8 hours a day is a type of mental and emotional warfare. it's a it's a it's a lot. It takes a lot to just sit there like a machine and process all day. So it's a type of war in my mind. So, all right, rules of the rebel. All right, first rule. Check this out. All right, never leave home without the proper headgear for cubicle warfare. Okay, so when I say headgear, I mean AirPods. Any type of headphones, anything that goes up, that covers your head, anything that you can listen to that'll help you get through your day. So you can listen to music, podcasts. This may be obvious, but whatever. Music, podcasts, audiobooks, anything to keep your brain fed or stimulated, even. Especially if you're processing all day. I know. If you're on the phone all day, that's a whole different animal. And that's honestly where I'm at right now. Is I'm on the phone about 80% of the day, and I process about 20%. But if you are processing, or you're a customer service rep, or if you get like an Excel sheet of policies or Excel sheet of things to do, like 1 through 100, and they just say get as many as you can get done in a 8-hour time span. I'm telling you, your headgear is got to be number one in my personal opinion. It definitely helps move the day along. Obviously, I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and hopefully you're listening to me while you're click clacking and typing away. You're listening to me. But let me give you some ideas on some dope podcasts that I like. Quick Brain with Jim Quick, and none of these people are paying me. As much as I would love to, say that, they're not. So, but they're still worth the shout out. So, Quick Brain, KWIK Brain with Jim Quick. It's a very good podcast. It basically, the beginning and the end of it's basically he's like a brain coach, and he gives you little bites of like 10 to 15 minute pods on like different things on how to like improve your memory, or what was the most recent one I listened to? How to activate happiness. He did one with Todd Herman called How to Get Out of Your Own Way, which was a really good one. What else did he do? He did one called 4 Superpowers, Things I Learned from Stan Lee. But yeah, all his podcasts are really short. They're bite-sized. They're very quick, and he doesn't waste a minute. Like, he doesn't waste an inch. Like, he gets straight to it, and they're really worth the time. Like, and I like the fact that he just gets straight to the point. So it's cool. Let's see, what's another one I listen to? Joe Rogan obviously is a great one. He doesn't need much of a shout out. People love Joe. Seth Godin is another one. It's called Akimbo. It's basically a marketing podcast, marketing / philosophy. Honestly, it's kind of like he gets kind of deep and gets into the psychology of marketing. He's like the marketing godfather. This guy is incredible. But if you're a creative stuck in a cubicle, it's a very good podcast to listen to in terms of like getting ideas and strategies on how to market your work, and honestly just understand the culture and landscape of society and how it works, and how to follow trends, how to go against the trend, and so on and so forth. So it's really good. Let's see. Anything Bill Simmons does is dope, because he does a lot of sports and movies and pop culture stuff. What else? That's all I could think of right now. Yeah. James Altucher, the James Altucher Show. It's spelled Altucher. He's dope, and he's especially dope because he actually shouted out my Instagram. I won a book from him. which is pretty cool. One of his books, along with the what was it? The guy who wrote 48 Laws of Power. I'm gonna remember his Green, Robert Green. Anyway, I won two books from this guy, but anyway, he's a real educational podcast. He interviews peak performers and success stories and comedians, athletes, astronauts, actors, rappers, best-selling authors, billionaires. He dives in with you name it. He's talked to him, and you learn a lot in his podcast. So those are some ideas. As far as music goes, yeah, man, music is pretty straightforward. you know, create some playlists. I'm actually working on a playlist now for those of y'all who are stuck in your cubicles. One, I'm working on a playlist that's more focused on like the typical 8-hour day, or just like this more thematic in terms of like what can help you get through your day, or what can kind of help you express what you wish you could express. And then I have another, excuse me. I have another playlist you can check out on my Instagram. It is Cubicle Rebel Radio, and you can kind of scroll through those pictures there. And those are just more miscellaneous, just things I find while I'm sitting in my cubicle. Just, a lot of, it's mainly funk, R&B, pop type stuff, just to kind of give you an idea. And, it's hopefully stuff you haven't heard of. So it's kind of twofold, it's sleepers, but it's also, things that are dope to me that I kind of just stumble across. So check that out. Check out my IG for some of that music. And I will actually, I'll probably put that in the caption for this one too. Okay, so that was all the subsection for first rule of the rebel. Never leave home without your proper headgear. Okay, your headphones. Your headphones are the lifeblood. This is gonna get you through. It's gonna cover your head. All right, number 2. Second rule of the rebel. All right. Allies. You gotta have allies. You need allies. People you go to war with, Some people call it work spouses or whatever. But you gotta have people who are on your side, people who make coming to work easier. I can't stress that enough. Like, there's so much I could say about that, but if you don't like your coworkers, that can have a tremendous effect on your day. So you got to find somebody, even if it's just one person, that you can connect with, share your highs, share your lows with. Somebody that kind of knows a little bit more about you than what they know at work, just about something, your personal life, and you need somebody to confide in, at least one person. Yeah, so like it's almost like trying to think of another way to say this. You want somebody that's there that is like the only reason you don't hate your job on the worst days. And a big part of the reason you love your job on the best days. Like, on your best days, they make your days even better. Like, thank God, you make this easier. On your worst, and the only reason you don't hate your job on the worst days. So, you having a bad day, and it's like, what? At least, such and such is here. At least I know they got my back. And truth be told, you need somebody to share your burdens with. You know what I mean? Like, share your, things you can kind of play the day back with a little bit. Hey, did you see that? Yep, I saw that. That was kind of wild, wasn't it? Yeah, it was kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. She might get fired. I don't know what's going on with her. She ain't been here in 2 weeks. Is she on leave? What's going on? You need somebody to kind of help you process even your day-to-day thoughts. You need an ally. You gotta have allies. Again, this is warfare. You need alliances. You gotta have alliances. It's crucial. It is crucial. Trying to think if there's anything else I could say, any more I could say about that. I feel like there is. There's nothing coming to me now. But allies, 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 you gotta have them. You got to have them. Because your spouse is not gonna understand everything that's going on at work. You can come home and fuss to your spouse, and they can only go so far. But work allies, man, you can go, you can go all the way in about a subject and know that they understand, and that helps with getting through the day. That helps a tremendous amount. So I would definitely say that. Let's see. Oh, okay, and the third and final rule, right? The third and final rule is go back to repeat 1 and 2 because I couldn't think of any more. I was just on the spot, so like I couldn't think of anything else. But I'm sure it'll hit me as soon as I turn this microphone on. Oh shoot! Like I could have just said this, and this. I could have said, "Oh, I'm getting a text." Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. Get some more water. What she talking about? My wife is texting me about she's at the grocery store while the kids asleep. So I don't know what. Oh, Warriors. Man, I hope the Warriors win this series, man. That's a whole nother conversation. They need to make history. They need to get this done. But I digress. But yeah, so yeah, the third rule is repeat 1 and 2, rinse and repeat. Okay, cause if you can get those two down, it'll carry you. It'll help a lot. You know. So yeah. So anyway, this was a quick little episode. No guest today. Hopefully I'll have one pretty soon here. It might be my guy again from the first episode. You know, he's the only one I can kind of get on consistently right now. So we'll see. Hopefully, if you are listening, you appreciate it, and you appreciate things I kind of. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. Hold on. Actually, no, I'm gonna let it go. I'll just call her back. But anyway, I'm sorry. This is totally unprofessional. But hey, it's the second episode. It's a rough draft. You and I both know I'm an amateur. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm coming up on 15 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. I'm your 8-hour ally, your cubicle comrade, your cubicle rebel, so on and so forth, etc., etc. Thanks for listening.